Hey, Hippie Mágica here. Welcome to my channel. And today I'm going to be talking about how to use the Ho'oponopono with your job to change and dissolve the parts that you don't like about your job and that make you unhappy. So, quick story. When I left my corporate job in 2019, the beginning of it, I had already forgiven a lot of parts of the job that I hated. I hated going on Mondays. I hated Tuesdays. I think the only days that I liked were Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays because it was the last day of the week, and then Saturday because it was a full day where I didn't have to worry about tomorrow. And I felt free, or kind of. So in 2018, all I did was self-love and Ho'oponopono for my personal life and also for my job, because I really just wanted to live my dream life. And my dream life included me being happy and doing what I love. So the way I used Ho'oponopono at my job was literally taking full responsibility, knowing that every experience that I had in that job, every person that bullied me, every person that laughed at me, every person that was mean to me, rude to me, every negative energy, I had to accept that it came from me, that I created it somehow. So that's the first step. Second step is doing the Ho'oponopono. So once you take acceptance that all of those things that happened to you at your job were created by you somehow, then you can move to the giving the love, giving the gratitude, and I do that through Ho'oponopono. So I did, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you, to every person that I just felt an intense toxic relationship in the present and in the past, or that I couldn't forget, that I had resentment towards. So one of my managers there, she was just going after getting promoted, and she would do anything, she would make somebody look bad for her to look good in front of a CEO that was walking at a certain time. And because I was the newest one in the team, she had to pick me because everyone else had been in her team for years and they're on her side and blah blah blah. So she had to kind of make me look bad for her to look good. But in reality, I was fighting and I looked good and I stood out, so she couldn't get me to where she wanted to, but it hurted so much that she was using me, to make herself look good. I didn't trust her, as a manager and somebody that, that's supposed to be a leader, which I know some people are not managers. Some people that are managers are not leaders, it's a total different thing. But it really hurted me, to be around a group of people that I couldn't trust, that were just trying to make the best of my situation. So I had to take her, and I moved, after a year. I asked the principal, I'm like, I need to move, I hate being in that team, it's toxic. I spoke out loud, and that was powerful, speaking out loud. So they moved me to another team, and I realized that the energies were similar, not the same, but they were getting to be a tiny bit similar, just a little bit. It's nothing compared to the other team, but I could still feel that energy. I'm like, what's going on? Why is the similar energy with a different team, different people? And these people, they were all men, because the previous team, women, I'm like, I hate women, I can't work with them. Move me to another floor, somewhere far away from them. So the principal moved me to another team. They were all men, they were Hispanic, they were super cool, nice, we could speak Spanish, and I loved it. And then suddenly I started to feel those same energies of okay, she's progressing too fast. She's um, I don't know, like I really wanted to grow and learn as much as I could. So like I was super focused, and I guess people didn't like that. So I started to do the Ho'oponopono on my last manager, the one that used me, because everything that was happening with her was starting to repeat somehow. So I did the Ho'oponopono with her, and I said, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. I'm sorry that I created you with my thoughts, with my feelings, with my fear. Please forgive me. You know, I realized what I did. Please forgive me. Thank you so much for forgiving me, and I love you. And I love you. I love you. I transfer my energy from fear to love. So that's what comes to my mind. Some other words will come through yours, but just do it. You know, go with the flow. Your ego needs to know what's gonna happen, right? But your higher self is gonna tell you what you need to know at the exact moment. So just do the Ho'oponopono, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, and feel, you know, every single word. And I did that with every person that I was just like, oh. It didn't work for every single one because not that it didn't work, but I didn't do it with every single person because there were so many that I just hated and that had hurted me, you know, at least that's how I felt. So I did it with the biggest ones, you know, the ones that kept repeating in my life, and I'm like, I don't want this anymore. So I would do that Ho'oponopono with him. And eventually I seriously started to see transformations in my new team with the guys. Like the energies were receding, the people were changing, or like stuff was changing, so I wouldn't have to connect with them, you know. Like one of the guys, he was so toxic. He just wanted to talk about, you know, the bad stuff that was happening in the corporate world, in that corporate firm, and you know, the people who betrayed, you know, their friends to climb the corporate ladder. Anyway, you know, that was very toxic. I didn't want to hear anymore, but I couldn't just tell him. I couldn't speak my mind and tell him. You know, I just wanted stuff to happen. So I started doing the Ho'oponopono with him. Not with him, but, you know, thinking of him, of his energy, you know, like instead of hating him and saying and complaining like, oh my gosh, like why can't he just stop talking to me? I did the Ho'oponopono and I said, I'm sorry that I created you, you know, you take full responsibility. I'm sorry that I created you like this in my experience in my life. Please forgive me. It wasn't your fault, it was mine, you know, I take full responsibility. Thank you for forgiving me. Thank you for listening to me. And I love you. I love you because you're part of me. I love you because I created you. You are me. I'm you. And I love myself. And I love you. And I know love dissolves everything. So I did that with him, and guess what? For the next month, he had to travel. He wasn't at the office for 1 month, and it was like, wow, this is not a coincidence. This is magic. So long story short, I did that with every person, you know, and then I quit it. I had so much confidence that I could do this on my own. I quit it. I started to visualize what I wanted. I started to feel good. Of course, other blocks came out, you know, of insecurities with money, which I didn't have before with a corporate job at all, because I was getting paid, you know. And after I left it, all these fears about the money came out, and that was another phase that I had to work on. But definitely the corporate job and getting out of that job that I hated was a huge manifestation success for me, because I really thought I was never going to leave it. You know, it was just too much for me to give out, mostly because of my parents, because, you know, being the first person in my family to go to school, to get a degree, to get a job like this, and to climb the corporate ladder, and I don't know, you know, just this business deal, you know, that my parents didn't have, that wanted me to have. It was just too much, you know. But with self-love and Ho'oponopono towards my job helped me decide this is not what I want to do. This is not me, and I choose to create a new reality. So that's how I created, that's how I shifted the energy with my job. And then exercise number 2 that I've been doing now. So this was from a year ago, right? This story. So my new story that I've been experimenting with now. So I work online. I'm a digital nomad. So I design homes as a living, tiny homes to be specific. And usually when a job runs out, I get so fearful with money. I'm like, my ego starts to say, the money's gonna run out. What's gonna happen when you run out? What's gonna happen if you don't get more clients? It's like there's so many unknowns. But the clients, they always come. The money always shows up somehow. And so right now I'm doing a bus conversion into an RV. And I know I created this client because I had fear before he came into my life. But what I was affirming before he came into my life is my dream clients always come to me. My dream clients always find me. So I repeated that over and over, and he came along, and other people came along too, but he was like the biggest one because this is a dream job for me, a dream client. And in reality, it's a dream project. But he's a dream client because he's literally having me design everything, which is really cool, which I've never done also with a bus. But what I was fearful when I was saying those affirmations is, that mixture of my dream clients always find me, and then my fear of that affirmation not being real, that fear of that affirmation not manifesting into my life, that fear that I might not get what I want, I might not get money, I might not get clients. It's like all that mixture. It made this client. So this client is very like choppy and tells me what to do and gives me so much information, which is fine, but it's so overwhelming because it's too much. I just want to be creative, and I just feel like I'm just being told what to do, and I feel like a slave in some way. So there's some parts of a house that I have never done because it's not my passion, like electrical and plumbing. A consultant can do that, an electrical engineer, a plumbing engineer. At least that's how I used to work at my old job, corporate job. There was always a specialist, and then here to have him hire me to do everything, it was very fearful and very seriously, I got migraines just thinking about how to start the electrical, how to design it, because I don't have the passion, it's not in me. And I think it took me hours, sometimes half a day to get started, researching. I was worrying so much wasted energy, so much wasted time, just worrying and not feeling that I didn't want to do it, that it's not for me. Why did he hire me for this? Why can't he just hire an electrical engineer? It's like blah, blah, blah. And then I took full responsibility. I'm like, okay, this is energy, just like it is everything else. So I'm gonna shift it. I'm gonna use the Ho'oponopono. And I did. I just used the last 2 words or 2 affirmations of the Ho'oponopono, which is thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you. So I would say it to the electrical plane. I would say it to the project. Whenever I would get stressed out and get panicked, it's like, this is due in 1 week. I'm not gonna finish. I haven't made progress, and I don't want to do this. I don't want to do the plumbing, the electrical. So I just took, I think 2 days ago, I did the electrical plane. Finally, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm just gonna, sorry for my language, but I'm just gonna use magic. So I did. I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, I love you. And then I would just do the thank you, I love you, thank you, I love you, because that feels so much better than just saying it. I'm sorry, please forgive me. That feels very low energy. But if you say thank you, I love you, and repeat it and say it to that thing, to that person, to that object that's making you feel bad, it raises your energy, and you just feel something dissolving in you. If you feel lighter, you feel weightless, you know somehow that everything is going to work out. So I did it with the electrical plane. Guess what? Within a day, I was done with that electrical plane. It was the easiest thing. I couldn't believe how easy it was. Okay, I was done with that, and then yesterday I was the same panic, the same thoughts started to come out with a plumbing plan. I'm like, I've never done this before. Like, how am I gonna do this? Like, why doesn't he hire a plumbing engineer? You know, all this stuff. And I'm like, no, I'm gonna do the same thing that I did with the electrical plan. I'm gonna do it with this one. So I did the same process. Thank you, I love you. 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 And then I would throw in some affirmations like, this is the easiest plan I've ever done. I love plumbing plans. I love drawing them. I love learning. This was the easiest thing. This plumbing is so easy to understand. You know, like very positive, very opposite to my negative. And before you know it, I finished it in one day. Like I couldn't believe how easy it was. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable what happens when you give energy. When you change the energy of something and you give the opposite. It's magic. Just try it and comment below what you tried it on, because I want to hear what happens to you, your stories. It makes me so happy when what I'm saying, you know, to you guys through these YouTube videos is helping you. So tell me if you guys tried this. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you, I love you. Or just the last two affirmations. Thank you, I love you. Thank you, I love you. Just pick something. What's annoying you right at this moment? Is it waking up early? Is it that, I don't know, a physical appearance? Is it your job? Is it the money? Just pick one and say the affirmations, say the Ho'oponopono, and watch what happens in the inside of your body. Watch how you feel. Watch how it transforms within. And when it transforms within, it has to transform without. Okay, well, this was a great video. I loved it. I'm gonna be doing obviously more since we're in this quarantine. I just love being inside. The energy is so beautiful. I know people are enjoying it. People are so relaxed because you can feel it. Everything's slowed down. Enjoy it, guys. Okay, well, comment below the exercise that you did the Ho'oponopono with, and any other comments, any videos that you guys want me to do. I'll be more than happy to. Until next time.